Algo HackJam. So happy to see some of you here. So let me first introduce you the speakers for today. And we have David Graney from Algorand Foundation, and I'm Naveen from AngelHack. So today's session covers more about Algo HackJam. And for those who have been with us at the pre-hack event last Friday, bear with me as I run through some of the things again for some of the newer folks who just joined today. So these are the contents which we'll be covering today, what Algo HackJam is about, prizes and upcoming events, and we will also introduce our judging panel and go through the criteria, which David will cover it. So we'll also let you know what to look out for your submissions, some submission rules that you have to take note of, and we'll also introduce the mentors who have onboarded with us. So don't worry if you have missed this info, because you can always rewatch it on AngelHack's YouTube channel and refer it to our participants guide for all the info that are presented here. So if you have any questions at any point in time, do drop a comment on YouTube or on Zoom, and Davey and I will try our best to answer them towards the end. So what is Algo HackJam? So Algo HackJam is essentially an APAC-focused hackathon for all the devs in the APAC region. While we don't have any geographical restrictions, our events are mostly catered to the APAC time zone. And if you're looking for a teammate, most of them will primarily be in APAC region. So that being said, I hope you've caught our launch last Wednesday. If you have not, check us out on our website and register for Algo HackJam soon. So let's jump to the themes for this hackathon. So to start off, in the realm of blockchain and everything Web3, we are seeing big shifts happening constantly. Thousands of innovators work every day to redefine path of Web3. So that includes you as well. So we are thrilled to know that the next big thing could be from you. It could be your first or 10th blockchain project. And we at Algo HackJam want to be there to witness your projects come to life. To create a project that interacts with DeFi, NFTs, or decentralized gaming on the Algorand blockchain infrastructure. Plus, get the chance to win from a prize pool of 30,500 Algo tokens and build meaningful connections along the way. There are various levels of challenge statements for you to take on and for you to challenge yourself as well. So our first challenge statement features a novice track. This one's for everyone new to the space. You can contribute to the ecosystem by proposing ideas that Algorand can adopt in future. Learn about the Algorand ecosystem, understand the basic infrastructure of the blockchain, or just contribute to the next cool project idea for the chain. So if this is the track for you, please go for it. The second challenge is called the amateur track. It's an open hack with a focus on DeFi. This track encourages you to tap into your creativity and explore project ideas to accelerate the development of a next generation DeFi ecosystem. So you can build something like a lending or borrowing platform or anything related to DeFi. It's really up to you. So our last challenge statement is the veteran track. So this one's for all the professionals who's been in the game for a while now. You can build something revolving around GameFi DApps. GameFi has a lot of domains that developers can explore, and there's no better time to venture into it than now. It can be metaverse games, gaming NFTs, gaming DAOs, or play-to-earn games. Build what you're interested in. So now that you know a bit more about Algo HackJam, what's the catch to this hackathon? So what can you actually look forward to? So we have dedicated prizes for each of the track, and for the novice track, you could be one of the challenge winners to earn 500 Algo tokens with a bonus of 1,000 Algo tokens if project demos are submitted together. So this is also there is also an exclusive Algo HackJam swag box for each member in the winning team, delivered right to your doorstep. So how the prize distribution works is we are essentially drawing the prizes from a pool of 10,000 Algo tokens until it is fully drawn out. So there is also something that you can really look forward to, and that is the best project will get a sponsored trip to a developer event organized by Algorand Foundation. I hope this will get you hyped. So next up, we have the amateur track, where we will be awarding 4 challenge winners to 2,500 Algo tokens, and the respective teams will also receive an exclusive swag box from us. So, and we have arrived at the last track, the veteran track. The price is the highest for this track, where you can potentially walk away with 3,500 Algo tokens, along with a lovely swag box as well. So this track shall have 3 challenge winners. So let me show you some of the events that are happening this week and next. So after the opening ceremony today, we have a virtual networking and team formation event at Gather Town for you to network, form teams, share ideas, meet our mentors, and just be around the HackJam community. And then on Wednesday, we have an interesting workshop session with Rich, whom we have partnered with to bring this session to you. And lastly, to end off the week, we will have another networking session where we will have more mentors and participants coming in to hang and chill. There is also an interesting session next Monday with Google, Tatum, and QuickNote. So this session will show you ways on how you can build your projects quicker, and it will be extremely beneficial for you if you tune in. So over here, David will be introducing the judging panel and going through how the submissions will be graded. So passing this on to you, David.
Thanks, Levine. And I know our judging panel are really looking forward to some of the submissions that are going to come in. We've got some great guys on the panel here, just to go through them. So Adi Vagan Connect, she's our kind of general Web3 catch-all, and she'll have a focus on NFTs and any projects NFT related that come in. Matthew Keller is big on the impact and inclusion. PG Palamasani will be looking at, I suppose, any of the gaming projects that might come in. And then Ryan will have a focus, Ryan Terbolini will have a focus on DeFi. There are 6 categories that they're going to be looking at each of the projects and assessing them. And I suppose the impactful and usefulness one. So how impactful will each project be on the Algorand ecosystem as a whole? And how will it fit in, etc. The originality of each project will be assessed, the creativity, but thinking outside the box, and how each project differs from existing technologies and existing apps or different bits. The technical difficulty, I suppose, that leads in then, and you've touched on that with the different novice through to experienced. What's it called, the last one, Levine? Sorry. The different tracks.
Novice, amateur, and veteran track.
Yes, sorry, put you on the spot there. Thank you.
No
So the level of skill will of course be assessed, and whether they're kind of simple NFTs or whether NFTs are integrated into a gaming project, for example, to have different layers of utility and difficulty. The mass usability, then another thing that the guys are going to be looking at is how integratable is any one project with the ecosystem, and how adaptable it is, and how is it going to get traction in the space. And I suppose part of that then leads into the clarity of the description of your project. So please ensure that all the documentation, the pitch videos, they all tie in together so that the guys can have a really good understanding from the start as to what your vision is and what you guys want to build and are building. And then the last one is the team diversity. So who's on your team, what's the experience. We know you guys have a whole heap of skill sets, so please ensure to convey those adequately to us. And yeah, there's no room for modesty. So we're really looking forward to seeing the submissions. Thanks, Levine.
All right, nice. Thanks, David. So let's run through the submission requirements right now. What you need to prepare is, first, you need to submit your GitHub repository link. So create a GitHub repo for your team and share the access with the rest of your team to collaborate on. It's important for you to save all your submission items there for our judges to access them during the judging period. And second, we also need your project description. So do refer to the participants guide for these points and make sure to include them in your GitHub repository. So third will be a pitch video. This is a key to having a good project submission. So mention your project name, problem statement, your solution, and how your project meets the judging criteria. The fourth is to indicate the list of tech stacks in your GitHub repository that are used to build your project. So lastly, you can submit a project demo link for us to interact with your project, but this is completely optional. Yeah. Okay, so here are some of the rules that you need to take note of before you begin coding. The fresh code rules. So all submitted rules must only be developed during the hacking period from today till 8th of July. So no harmful code, please. Don't construct anything that will damage or interfere with programs or data or hardware. So positive intent, don't use any offensive or discriminatory language on our servers or through your communication with your teammates. So moving on to rights, take extra note to not violate any third parties' rights. So that's really important. So in the eyes of law, do not violate any law or regulations concerning your projects or submissions. And lastly, just have fun and learn. So you're in the community of change makers, and everyone here is working on building something great for the ecosystem. So respect your our hackathon rules and enjoy your time hacking throughout this period. So at Algo HackJam, you also have a support of a pool of experts, mentors, and other community members who want to help you build something incredible. So meet your mentors from the Algorand dev community. So we have Lijan helping the novice track. And then we have Philip and Damien. So they'll be mentoring the amateur track. And then we have Anmol and MG. So they are taking care of the veteran track. So do book your consultation slots with them during mentor office hours. It should start 2 weeks later or next week. Yeah. So for those who are eager to start registrations after this webinar, here's how you can get started. First of all, register for the hackathon by scanning the QR code on the right. Join the hackathon community, learn together, get access to our resources, networking spaces, and opportunities that Algorand bring to the table. So how can you reach the community? Join the AngelHack and Algorand Discord server to not only receive the latest updates, but initiate conversations with fellow developers who are looking to build something incredible like you. So don't miss a single event and save our hackathon calendar available in our participants guide, which will be sent to you when you have registered for the hackathon. So start going through the resources that we have curated for you on our participants guide to help you get started on building your submission. So there are things such as like presentation tips that has been compiled by our Algorand team as well. So there's something worth looking if you want to improve your video submission. So I'm super excited to see what all of you will be building starting today. So with that, happy hacking. So if you have any questions for us, do mention in the chat as well so that we can answer them. So we'll give about 2 to 3 minutes for the questions to come in, and we'll answer all the questions you have. Can you share some quick ideas or resources on where we can start as someone new to Algorand? So when you registered for our hackathon, we would have sent you a participant guide. So there is a resource section under there for you to check out. So this links to all most of Algorand's developer resources as well. David, if you have anything to add on to this on where they can get the resources, there will be.
Yeah, look, I think you've hit the nail on the head. The first step for everyone is to register. And once you have registered and submitted your details, as you said, then we'll send you some more information, and then we'll be able to direct your question more specifically to the different people that can answer it. So yeah, the first step is registering. Then ask further questions if you have more specific ones. They can point you to different video series and different things to get you started and give you an overview. And then after that, we can hook you up with one of the guys from the different tracks to help you get started and get coding.
Yeah, so if you're like asking for quick ideas, it really can be anything for the novice track. So as long as you take into consideration the 6 categories for the judging criteria, it really can be anything. But the amateur and the veteran track is more specific. So amateur has to be DeFi related, and then the veteran track has to be more GameFi, gaming related.
Yeah.
Can I use previous hackathon project? So with regards to this, it would be ideal if you can work on something completely new, because there is a team formation segment to this. Like you have to work on a new idea with your new team members. And if you are submitting something from the previous hackathon project, you have to consider the rights that maybe your previous group has done. Or if you're hacking solo, This is something that we do not encourage, but we would prefer if you can continue working on what you have done previously and submit for this hackathon. That would be good. Yeah. You can develop like the hackathon project further. Okay, so we'll just wait a while for the questions to come in.
Yeah, just to touch on that last one, I suppose there's no easy answer to that one. It depends on what the previous hackathon was and what the project was and how far it got, and whether it was integrated into the protocol or what it was. As you said, Levine, ideally we'd like new ideas and new projects for this one. But look, it may be the case that a project that you've worked on previously could be used in this one as well. So yeah, come back to get registered, and then we can get a little bit more specific about what your project was and how we can maybe reuse that or not as part of this one. Yeah.
Yes, completely agree. Okay, so we have another question from YouTube. Our YouTube viewer asks, how do I go about finding teammates? Okay, so teammates, so we do have a Discord channel on AngelHack's Discord server. So there is a channel on team formation, so you can hit there to start conversations, introduce yourself, who you are looking for, what are the roles that you're looking for, and what you're currently doing. If you have any project ideas already, so you can reach out to potential team candidates over there, or you can find teammates after this opening ceremony, which will be a networking session on Gather Town. So you can just like hit in. It's a very cute virtual space, so you can just like listen to ideas and also speak to some of our mentors there as well. Okay, so another question from YouTube. David, can you share a little bit about what protocol Algorand is based on for a beginner?
Yeah, sure. I suppose for a beginner, there's a couple of different options. There's Reach, which is that kind of amateur entry level kind of programming language. It then gets a little bit more advanced, and it's a Python based language called PyTeal. So if you're familiar with Python at all, you'll see a lot of similarities and familiarities with the PyTeal programming language. Algorand is its own protocol. It's a layer 1. It is cheap, decentralized, scalable, and very conducive to building projects, testing on the test net, with those quick and efficient and economic transaction fees, 0.0001 of an algo. It's very good to be able to test your work and refine your work then as you go along. So yeah, have a look at Reach and PyTeal, and then we'll come back to it. Sound like a broken record, but as and when you guys register, then you'll be put in. There are developers that will work closely with you to assess what stage you're at and how best to direct you from there.
Yep, and our mentors will be able to guide you better also. So how many teams are needed how many members are needed in a team? So the maximum is 4, so you can form any number you want from 1 to 4 actually. You can even hack solo. But the thing that you have to take note of is one of the categories for the judging criteria includes team diversity. So you would want to look for a good team between like 2 to 4 members. Yeah, so 2 is fine as well. Okay, so from YouTube, can I work with JS or React to build a DeFi app? Are there any resources on that?
So yes and no. There are some integrations. It depends on the complexity of the app, but definitely worth coming towards the more native languages of the Algorand protocol, if you can. And again, there are repositories and stacks of different things available there to kind of bring people across. So Yeah, again, we can get into that a little bit more specifically with you once we know what your project is and kind of guide you toward the best way of achieving that and building it out.
So Algorand do have some resources on that you can check out. They are all in the participants guide actually. So yeah. Are there any more questions? Okay, so we have a question. What do you mean when you said that there will be a prize pool to draw from? Okay, so if we were to go back to the slides, this novice track, so the total prize pool that we have for this track is 10,000 Algo tokens. So we didn't put a number to the challenge winners because one challenge winner can walk away with 500 Algo and then bonus 1,000. So that'll be 1,005. So this will be deducted from the prize pool that we have. So we'll keep giving out as long as there are Algo tokens left in the prize pool. So we'll give out until like it's all used up, and then we can award 6 challenge winners, or we can award up to 20 challenge winners. So that's possible as well. So it really depends on the quality of work that are being submitted. Yeah. So if demos are submitted, then of course like the prize pool will be used up very quickly as well.
All right.
Okay, so there's a question: who owns the IP of the project submitted? Okay, so this IP term is listed on our participation agreement when you register for the hackathon. So it details who owns the IP for that. So you can have a read. David, do you have anything to add on for this one?
Yeah, no, definitely have a read for sure is the best way to do it. I suppose the foundation is looking to get in ideas, and then with a view to advancing them through the hackathon and maybe pointing toward accelerators thereafter if it's the right idea and if it's going to work. So yeah, look, there's a couple of nuances in that are probably better read through to get an understanding of them.
Mm. Okay, so from YouTube again, will Algorand support future development of the projects post hackathon?
Yeah, for sure. We're looking to grow the ecosystem to bring in good developers, and we're very forward facing in looking at how we want to work with you guys in the future. So yeah, that is absolutely something that we're focused on for sure. Good question.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good question. And also, if you notice that we have like a team diversity criteria, right? It's also actually if you have a good team and a good project submission, this will Algorand will be more likely be able to fund these projects because they can kind of see the quality of the teams better and be able to see from there. Yeah. Okay, so we have another YouTube question. Is this hackathon open to students? Is it beginner friendly? Okay, so this hackathon is only open to ages 18 and above. It is beginner friendly because we have a novice track where you can just submit ideas. Instead of building something, you can just submit ideas, proposals, and see what is good for the ecosystem. So you can propose these ideas and submit them. So again, there will be bonus algo tokens if demos are submitted. So if not, a very good proposal will win you 500 algo tokens. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. So I think we'll close this session for today. Thank you all. So I hope you will join us for the upcoming events as well. And take care.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Happy registering and happy hacking. Take care.
Yes. Take care. Bye-bye.